Now let's talk a little bit about how we got to this point. We have another slide which is titled The Future of Search. Maybe we could see that slide and then you could tell us what it's telling us. Do we have that slide? Called The Future of Search? There it is.
So this slide is really looking at decades of innovation. And so we look back towards the sort of end of the PC era, and the focus there was really on the front end of the PC, Windows, the Mac interface, trying to make PCs more human understandable. Then we went into the first decade of the web, and there the focus was really on the back end of the web, the core technologies. The front end, the user experience, was pretty simple at first. If you remember, there weren't even images in the first browsers. But we gradually advanced. As we get towards Web 2.0, which is what we've just been finishing, that second decade of the web has really been all about the user experience of the web, making it more like software. Now, you'll also notice that search has changed over time. It used to be directory search on your computer. Then the web came out, and we had Yahoo, which was like a big directory search. And then Google came out with keyword search. And Alta Vista and other things before that, but Google really won keyword search. And that's because they made a system that could do web-scale keyword search and look at the links to try to make use of the links, not just the words. But that is starting to level off. The productivity of keyword search is limited as the amount of data continues to increase, because you just get too many results. So what this slide is really showing is that in the third decade of the web, which we've just entered in actually 2009, in the third decade of the web, we're going to go beyond keyword search by adding more semantics to the data. And that means little tags that define the meaning of data so that search engines don't just look at the keywords, but they can also understand the meaning of the data. And so that way, they can filter the results and give you less noise.
What Google did with PageRanking, where they said a document is specifically more important when more documents are pointing at it, will we get that same kind of advantage when we start moving to semantic web?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, what Google's big innovation was to find a way to sort of essentially estimate the vote, if you will, of a community of parties who are interested in some topic. How many of them voted for a certain page? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what Google's innovation was. And that comes from bibliometrics, which actually comes out of library science and has been going on for a long time. Mm-hmm. Google just scaled that to the web. Now, as we go into this next generation, we're looking at other approaches, primarily using social networks to try to get a sense of the value of a piece of content, but more importantly, the reputation of an individual author. And that also applies to the real-time web, where reputation is very important to determining what's valuable. And as we go to the semantic web, it'll take it a level up, because now we'll have the linkages of the web, the social reputation elements of the social web, and finally, linkages to ontologies and other things that define the meaning of the content. And when you combine these different layers, that's when you start to get a very dense matrix that lets you understand the meaning and value of content.
Yeah. I understand that you're going to give us a demonstration of the latest version of the semantic web on your laptop, but before we do that, we have a short video which is going to show the increasing role that the web is playing in our lives right now. So could we go ahead and roll that video? Okay, so that video showed some of the ways in which the web is increasing its presence in our lives. Now, I understand that you're going to give us a demonstration of where your company is right now with the semantic web. What exactly are you going to be showing us?